Well, some people today might not be in the best shape to celebrate. There's nothing like a New Year's Day hangover to make you reassess your drinking habits. This year, almost 9 million people in the UK are planning to take a whole month off the drinking in January. So here to give some of the benefits of binning the booze, some tips to stick with it, is the founder of Soberclear, Leon Sylvester. Thank you very much, Leon. Lots of people will be waking up this morning with a bit of a hangover, thinking, how could I start yet another year feeling absolutely rubbish? So tell me, what are the benefits of just giving up the booze altogether?
Well, just quickly before we get into those benefits, I just want to say that it is so surreal to be here. Literally 5.5 years ago, I was at ground zero. I'd destroyed my life through drinking alcohol. For the 100th time, I was broke. I was minus £2,000 in my bank account in the overdraft. Working in a restaurant, I'd destroyed my business, and man, it's just crazy. It's just crazy how quickly life can turn around.
So alcohol was basically destroying your life and destroying your aspirations, your motivation. Were you really down in the dumps?
For sure. I drank for almost 10 years, and it was just like this complete roller coaster. I tried to stop drinking on my own, 100 times, right? I tried read stop drinking books. I tried going to AA meetings. I'd even gone to church and I begged God to help me. I dropped to my knees. And it was the one thing in my life that I knew that if I could solve that problem, the life of my dreams was going to become a possibility. And 5.5 years ago, it happened. And I think Dry January, it's a great topic of conversation right now because this can be the catalyst for so many people that are thinking of making this change. And
Leon, what happened? If you were drinking for 10 years, everything was going a bit wrong, you knew that quitting drinking would change your life. How did you actually do it? What actually made you do it? If it wasn't AA, if it wasn't other people?
Yeah, it's a great question. So, these things, don't get me wrong, I'm not here to criticize any other program out there. These things are all great. But the thing that I knew I needed to change was the way I viewed alcohol. My problem was that I always saw alcohol as something that added value in my life. I saw it as something that created so many benefits and so many good things. So every single time that I try and stop drinking, it was like I was missing something. And when I finally shifted that perspective to see alcohol for what it is, if we boil it down to its core, all it is a drug. It's a highly addictive, poisonous drug that really provides nothing for anybody. As soon as I saw it that way, it was like this flick of a switch. I was just like, that is it, I'm done. I really hope that anybody that's thinking of doing Dry January, this interview, what I would love to happen is they get to the end of January and they think back to this interview and they're like, that was the reason that got me all the way to the end of January. Because one thing that I can promise you is only good things happen as a result of not drinking. And if you go all of January and you get to the end of January and you're just like, that was the only good things happened. I mean, I just know for so many people, when they stop drinking alcohol, the life of their dreams becomes possible.
Well, because for a lot of people, it's a huge part of their social life and how they cope with everyday stresses, isn't it? So how do you see quitting drinking, even if it's just for January, as gaining something rather than losing something? Because a lot of people, they see their friends, they drink when they see their friends, they drink when they see their family, they drink after work with their colleagues. It's often how they bond with people. How do you see giving up alcohol as something positive to your life rather than making it, well, more boring?
Well, the reason why people see alcohol as something that adds value in their life, it lies in how we've been conditioned to see the drug. At the end of the day, we're born into a world that promotes this thing as something that enhances our life, right? We turn the TV on and what do we see? We see somebody saying that wine drinkers live longer, right? Then we'll turn the movie on and then our favorite characters there relaxing with the drink. Then we've got these celebrities, these athletes, these people that are making hundreds of millions by promoting this drug. When you really boil it down to its core, what is alcohol, right? It's ethanol. It's something that does nothing for you. And it's like, once you see it that way, all the conditioning, all the way that we've been told to see alcohol just kind of disappears, right? So then you only get benefits. You don't get a single negative through removing alcohol from your life. Nothing bad ever happens. Don't get me wrong. There are people out there that do need medical help, right? There are people out there that stopping drinking, it can be dangerous, right?
Dangerous,
and
yeah.
I'm not here to downplay that. And if that's you, then you might need to get medical help. But man, kickstarting your sober life with a Dry January, it's going to be awesome.
Well, you know what, Leon? My family WhatsApp group this morning, all of my family are apparently embarking on dry January, so we'll see how that goes. I think for a lot of people who don't want to quit alcohol altogether, limiting it to social occasions is probably a good idea, so you don't get stuck in a rut of, you know, drinking alone, because it's a depressive, after all, isn't it? A depressant. But thank you very much for your time, Lee and Sylvester. I really appreciate it. And I see you're in Thailand. Well, I hope the weather's rather lovely. Lovely to speak to you, Leon Sylvester, founder of Soberclear. Are you going to be embarking on dry January? I mean, it probably is a good idea.